the Bahia Palace. It's a 3rd century palace in Marrakech, Morocco. The busy street of souk. We entered the palace now. We're in the Bahia Palace, a 3rd century palace. The first foundation stone of Bahia Palace was set in 1866 AD by Abu Imran Musa bin Ahmad bin Mubarak al-Sharqi al-Bukhari, who was the Chevalin minister and Grand Vizier for both Al-Wati Sultans, Sidi Muhammad bin Abdul Rahman between 1859 to 1873 AD and Al-Hassan the First 1873 to 1894 AD. This is where we enter in the palace. As we enter, you can see the garden on this side and it's a walkway, and so amazing. By the afternoon it's actually become quite warm, but it's quite pleasant and cool inside. That's the first thing that strikes you once we enter this. Let's walk into this walkways and lanes of the Bahia Palace, and it takes us to a small but beautiful courtyard. Wow, it looks beautiful. Look at the architecture here. Isn't this beautiful? What is common between the palaces here is this courtyard. You know, it may be smaller in this Bahia Palace compared to the Badi Palace, but there is a courtyard, and you can see exactly 4 nearly rectangular pieces where they have they've kept for plants. It used to be like that. It's still like that. In the middle there is like something like a fountain, and here we enter into the rooms and other parts of the palace. Seems like it was a fireplace. Look at the wall. It's beautiful tiles and architecture here, and the gates. Wow. You have to look at the roof. It's beautiful artisan work, beautiful craftsmanship, and they have made sure that there is enough light that can get into the indoor of the palace. This is one of the rooms in the palaces, and the roofs are similar. See how rich work on the roofs and on the upper parts of the wall. And all these rooms lead to this open common section, right, from where we enter the rooms, and then each section again is connected to the other section through these archways, and even on the floor you can see beautiful tile work, but the tile work is very similar. And this is completely open section. You can see the rooms, different rooms of the palace, and all these rooms open into the central courtyard section, inner courtyard, and with a fountain, right? So there is no fountain, is not working. Let's just put some flowers there. Let's see one of these rooms. See the door, even the work on these doors and the windows, right? And you can see this room side. So there are 2, covers for the windows. This is the solid cover with the work, and there is also a glass piece which enter the rooms. The big rooms was used by the royal family. So pretty big room and interesting roof. So the roof work is slightly different here. You see it here, beautiful work, and you can see the inner courtyard from here. Lots of tourists. Look at the work which you can see on these walls. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, this seems to be a very important room. Maybe it was used by the queen or king. It's quite big. Has a fancy door, and wow, look at this room. So huge, and there's so much of archways and work on the archways. So there's more elaborate work which you can see here. Uh, yes, look at the roof. It's lovely, isn't it? And this leads into another section. Yes, it's amazing how this architecture is there. It actually leads us to another courtyard. Oh, this is even more amazing. Look at this. There are several fountains. There's a central fountain section and very large courtyard. This must be the most innermost section of the palace, and you can see so many other rooms opening into it. All the rooms are similar. Now look at, there's something I want to show you here. Look at even the ironwork. It's the grills that they have made, but the grills are also very nice. Look at this door. Right, this must be the inner sanctum of the palace, the innermost portion. And must be these rooms, must be of the queens. That room where you entered from, maybe of the queen. It always makes me wonder when this is really functioning in the 3rd century, how this place would have looked like, what would have been the vibe, right? How lively this place would have been, maybe full of kings, queens, princes, so many uh, people, servants working for the royal family, entertainers who would be occasionally invited, the singers or the musicians. Maybe this would be where all these music festivals would happen. Just imagine, you know, it's amazing to imagine all that. Bahia Palace, Marrakech, 3rd century.